Okay, I'm going to show you three different things with the graphing calculator right now. The first one is to make a scatter plot. So first things first, you want to hit Stat. You're going to hit Enter for Edit, and you're going to put your data into List 1 and List 2 because this is two variable. Right? The only other thing we need to do is it's a stat plot. So we have to remember stat plot. We're going to hit second y equals to get stat plot, and you'll get a screen that looks like this. We're just going to hit Enter, and we're going to turn the stat plots on. What this is going to do is it's going to make a scatter plot. It's going to make your x-axis your list 1 variables, and your y-axis your list 2 variables. And now the only other thing we need to do, so now this is on, we hit Enter, right? Did we already do that? Yes. Okay. So then we're going to hit Zoom, and down here where it says Zoom Stat, choose choice 9. When you hit Zoom Stat, there's your scatter plot. So this is great. We've got a nice scatter plot. We can get to look at the trends. This looks linear. It looks great. What if we wanted to also graph our line of best fit? So remember, we put our data into Stat and Edit. So it's under List 1 and List 2. So to normally get your line of best fit, we do Stat, we arrow over to Calc, and we hit our linear regression, either choice 4 or choice 8, up to you. If you want MX plus B form or B plus MX form. Okay, so when we do that, choose whatever choice you normally pick. Make sure we've got list 1 and list 2. And instead of hitting enter all the way, see where it says store reg EQ? That means we're going to store the regression equation into y equals. So it's going to take this regression equation that it creates. It's going to automatically put it into y equals for us so that it will graph it. So all we have to do is we have to tell it to go into y1. And y1 is a variable. So this vars button is our variables. Just hit vars. Arrow over to y vars. It's a function. So enter. And y1, enter. So this needs to say y1. It's going to store this regression equation into y1. Hit enter. It'll still calculate it for us. It's going to be great. So here's our regression equation. And now if we check by pressing y equals, there's that equation into y equals. And look, our plots are still on because we turned on our stat plots. So now if we hit zoom 9 again, it should graph it with our line of best fit, which is pretty sweet. And it's only bumpy like that because this screen is zoomed in so much. Okay, so we did our scatter plot. We did a scatter plot with a line of best fit. So the only thing left is our residual plots. So with our residual plots, everything's the same. Our stat plots are on. Our data is in list 1 and list 2. The only other thing is that instead of with the residual plots, our x-axis is still our list 1, but our y-axis has become our residuals. So instead of list 1 and list 2, we're going to need to do list 1 and residuals. So we hit second y equals to get this screen that I'm on now. And we're going to hit enter so that we're on this screen here. Remember we said that this was a scatter plot and it was list 1 and list 2 for our x and y axis. We want to arrow down to our y list and we want to change that to residuals. So for that, we're going to hit second stat so that we get our list. And right at the bottom of our list of all of our names, like list 1, list 2, it's residuals. So we're going to choose choice 7. So now what it's going to do is it's going to make us a residual plot with our x-axis as our list 1 and our y-axis as our residuals. Once that's set, we just hit zoom 9 again so that we can graph a stat plot. Zoom stat, there's our residuals. So now you can go back and you can do any of those questions that ask you to sketch a residual plot. And now when we get to analyze our residuals, you can do it on the calculator quickly. This video will be posted as a reference. Please, please, please rewatch it and pause it as many times as you need to. And now we've got a nice reference. Yay. Figure out how to stop the video.